brought to you by our friends of the British Council. Everybody, welcome back to Rugby Wrap-Up. Matt McCarthy here at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34 in Midtown Manhattan, New York City, talking rugby. And we are talking Major League Rugby with a legend on the USA Rugby landscape, Mr. Matt the Polar Bear Hawkins. Matthew, welcome to the show.
Matt, thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Matt, we go back pretty far in rugby years in terms of USA Rugby. I mean, we met when you were but a young cub playing for the Sevens team.
Yeah, thankfully I had a long career and was able to have a wonderful time, representing the Eagles. So very fortunate.
And what folks at home might not realize is that you were actually the captain of the Sevens team. Then you became player coach before Alex Magleby, who then was replaced by Mike Friday. And it kind of put you in an awkward position because you were at the top of your game as a player. You were a prop in Sevens. It's not an optimal situation to be coaching and playing. What's your take on that, briefly? I know that you don't have much time.
Look, I think everything that I went through was a part of sort of the story that got me to the point that I'm at now, and incredibly grateful for every opportunity and learn through the process. So, it's just keep the ball rolling.
So cut to present day. You're arguably in the nicest of the cities in Major League Rugby in sunny San Diego. What's it like for a polar bear in San Diego?
We're very fortunate. Unfortunately, polar bears aren't too abundant here in San Diego outside of the zoo. But I think it's a great place for the guys to call home and for us to build our brand, in amongst the community that we have here in San Diego.
All right. Well, you gave me a layup in that you said zoo, because what you're handling right now is basically as wild as a zoo is, in terms of trying to get your roster together. A lot of moving parts. A lot of people don't understand it. You're playing without people, and you actually had a decent showing in Seattle.
Look, I think we had to start somewhere. At the end of the day, I think if you ask any coach or any sort of organization, I don't think they're ever really happy. It's a work in progress. And we're happy with the guys that are coming in and the guys that we've got under our sort of umbrella at this point. And now we just got to make sure we're the best team on the field over the next, sort of 80 minutes this coming weekend.
All right. So what are some of the things that you guys have to work on? Because I know you're wearing a lot of hats. You're basically, the general manager, but you're like an assistant coach. I mean, you have Chris Cracknell out there. You got Hoadley. But you were actually on the sidelines in Seattle, right?
Yeah, so our coaching staff at this point is Rob Hoadley as head coach, and then he's assisted by Zach Test and Chris Cracknell. All three guys, incredible, passionate, a lot of energy, a lot of detail, and great rugby IQ. I'm just there to support them and ultimately put them in a position to be successful. If I can make it out to trainings, I love it and enjoy it. And Sunday I had the opportunity to be on the side of the field with the players, which was great. So, yeah, we got a good structure and the guys are working through it.
I was remiss in not mentioning Zach Test. Zach, I apologize, and I want to salute you, my friend, for getting back into rugby. Sorry about the career being ended prematurely, but it's great to have you back. You got a bunch of different cultures going on there, Matty. You got you're a South African. You got where's Hoadley from? Is he English?
He's English, yes, and I would consider myself American, but part South African.
And you got the guy that I've said a couple of times could give Mark Griffin a run for his money as the James Bond of rugby in Chris Cracknell. Crackers is a force, and you guys used to smash heads on the field. You and Test and Cracknell for years. He was with England Sevens.
Yes, absolutely. But I think that's what drives a lot of the relationship and the passion. And, basically all of us had great opportunities. And now, we want to give back to the players and make sure that the guys that we have underneath our umbrella have the opportunities that we had.
All right. Well, you heard Nate Osborne come on this show. He is the coach of the NOLA Gold. He predicted his team was going to run the table. And he's going to go 2 weeks without a loss. Any predictions from you?
Look, I think they had a great showing over the weekend, and I think the next 4 weeks, a lot of teams are going to be finding out a lot about, not only themselves but the other teams. And I think coming out of that, it's going to be interesting. But I think I back us to be in Glendale as a part of the semifinals, and at that point, anything's possible. But our goal is to be playing here in San Diego on July 7th for the championship.
Well, I want to wish you nothing but the best, and I appreciate you coming on. And I hope to get down to San Diego, sunny San Diego, because I am, like John Quill and Dylan Fawsitt, on the Irish tanning team.
Well, we'd love to have you. So let us know when you're out here, and we'll look after you, and we'll steer you away from the sunscreen.
All right, my friend. Thanks for coming on, and we appreciate your patience. That is Mr. Matt, the Polar Bear Hawkins, calling in from sunny San Diego. I want to thank Matt, and on behalf of him and the San Diego Legion, I'm Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap-Up in New York City, talking rugby.